Is who's back? Back again. Rub my back, rub my back. Hey guys, John here from Movie Lovers Unite. We're here to, of course, celebrate Eminem's new album, The Death of Slim Shady. And I actually have my good friend Jedi Master talk with me. We're going to be breaking down this album, telling you guys what we think of it at the end of the segment. But all in all, I think it's going to be a great show. I can't wait to actually dive into The Death of Slim Shady. So without further ado, let's go on ahead. Let's get on with the show. And hey, Don.
I'm muted. Sorry. Hello.
Hello. So here we are. We're back again. Mm-hmm. And this time we are actually going to be reviewing The Death of Slim Shady. Like I mentioned, we were both excited for this. I remember when we did the Houdini reaction. We also did the other reaction for Toby as well.
Toby, yeah.
Even though at the time we weren't really feeling Toby that much, but it wound up growing on us.
Yeah, I really like that song now more than I listen to it. Definitely. I think it's one of the stronger songs on the album for sure.
I think so too. I think this is actually one of the strongest ones that we have on here. So definitely.
Yep.
So track one. Well, another thing I want to know is like when you first listened to the first track, did it exceed your expectations as far as what the intro and all that stuff was as far as the album goes?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised only because it's a Slim Shady album that he didn't go with like a public service announcement or something like that as like the opening, but I do like it. Yeah, there's a couple really cool ways that he says some things in it. Oh, what happened?
Right.
Oh,
I think so too.
But yeah, overall, I mean, I wouldn't say it exceeded my expectations, but I think it was a good opening. Yeah.
I think it was a good opening as well. I mean, for what we had, and I know that he did the whole entire deal of, the public service announcement for the very first, for the other albums that he did in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, though, he actually killed the public service announcement in D12's album.
Yeah, and I know, but like I said, I'm just surprised he didn't do it just for fun. Like,
right?
Again, it's not a big deal. Like I wasn't really expecting it. I just kind of thought maybe he would do something, maybe not like that, but or not that specifically, but similar. I don't know. But again, it was a cool way to open up because there's a really cool line about how as soon as he stopped giving a fuck, or as soon as I quit giving a fuck, I started selling a bit. Sell a bit. I love that line. It's a pretty fun line. He also has a really cool album scheme where he's talking about haters and people that like talk about everybody's album, and he's like, you would probably hate on the 36 Chambers. Amazing classic album. So.
Right.
Yeah, he has a lot of fun with this opening, I think, is what he does.
I think this is actually perfect for the opening, though. I think you need something like that to actually, pretty much give us the nostalgic kind of feel to it. Know that we're going to get some wacky antics in this as well,
mm-hmm.
And of course, he also opens up with the fact he winds up saying anyone who knows about him knows about his shindig shenanigans and all wacky antics in the papers. Shady dangling a baby tangled in a blanket strangling and hanging him over the railing.
Really fun.
I think that's a callback to Michael Jackson dangling the baby over the balcony.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely it is. Yeah.
So he's
Slim Shady and he has to take it a step further. So
right, and of course, that's a callback to Encore for this as well, which we also have this other wasted track that we. Like at first I'm like, I really am liking it, but then after that I'm like, does it go along with how the rest of the album is? And I don't think it does. I think it ruins the flow of it. But we'll get to that track in a little bit of what we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I think overall I would say I give the opening an 8. I think it's a good opening. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's good. I think it's really good.
I think it pulls on the nostalgia of the different things that we went through in the early 2000s and trying to pull us into 2024.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, no, I think he's having fun again, and I think he's just going out there and saying what he wants, like he always used to.
Exactly. So then we have track 2, which is called Habits. And I think Habits is hands down one of my favorite songs on this album, though, too. I think it goes hard than what people make it out to be.
I like Habits. Yeah, I like it. The Pakistans are running in Pakistan from a Pakistan's. He has a lot of fun lines in this one. Sitting in a PC court with a shitty lawyer and then he's point proof. Yeah, he has a lot of fun on this song too. I think it was I don't know. I think he's just, again, at this point, I think he's just still having fun being Slim Shady again. Probably.
Right. He's just getting the chance to actually just hang loose a little bit, and instead of him just being Eminem, he's able to pull out Shady now and see how it goes, to see if people actually can't try to cancel him or not.
Yeah, I like the callback later in the song where he talks about would it be better if South Park did it, or would it be better if Cartman spit it? I like that line. I think it's really funny because he did the Cartman ad libs, or used to, a lot.
Yeah, he did that one in the Marshall Mathers LP.
But he also did the song on the movie soundtrack, the South Park movie soundtrack.
That's right. I forgot all about the South Park soundtrack.
Yeah, he did a song on there. It was like as Mr. Mackey, basically. He was like, it was.
That's right. Hey kids. Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
Talking about like cussing and stuff. Yeah, it's a funny song. So yeah, I mean he's always referenced them. So, but it's a fun way that he did it. Because he talked about how he can't say anything anymore. So, what if they did it instead? Like nobody cares when they do it. So.
But as far as the lyric goes, is there like your favorite lyric in this thing besides the Pakistan part, or?
Yeah, the Pakistan, the PC court one was funny. The get off the internet ain't until you because you ain't fed your kids yet was another funny one, talking about people criticizing them. And then the funniest one to me is the evil stepdad one.
Oh yeah,
we got an infrared like a ginger step kid who pissed the bed. I think that was a funny line. Yeah, and then the South Park one. Yeah, those were the ones that I mean, and again, I'm leaving out so many because I mean, it's not like he didn't say a lot more in this song. And these are just ones that really stuck out to me, the way he flipped words and used references and things. That's kind of what I was going for when I was picking out things from songs.
Right, but he also says this. But when it comes to giving it to anybody, it's Bruce, generous Marshall, and I'm about as much as a boy as Bruce. Because I'm not a boy, I'm a man. Yeah, I definitely like how he plays off of the whole entire Caitlyn Jenner thing and the Bruce Jenner thing. I think it's actually it's different, but I like how he flows it in the way he's able to actually fit that into a bar.
Yeah. Yeah, again, he's a master with words. I mean, I don't think there's anybody else that can do what he does with words and put it into this form.
And then you also have, let me see if there's something else that I wanted to bring up. Then there's also the bridge part of it.
Yeah.
Like there's times when when I lay down to sleep, I argue with myself. Am I the only one who thinks this way? Do I need help? Just a little bit. No, a lot. I really, really got to quit. Something's wrong with me. God, old habits die hard. Eminem has argued with his alter ego Slim Shady on numerous songs. But when I'm gone, my darling, he sometimes ends up killing Shady, but he always finds a way to return. On When I'm Gone, he shoots himself in a dream, killing Shady, but he returns on a relapse to haunt Marshall in his dreams and hallucinations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is only a little bit of an example of that. Is like I turn around, find a gun on the ground, cock it, put it to my brain, scream, die Shady, and pop it.
Yeah. That's When I'm Gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's always had this battle, and I think he knows it. I think he knows this is a battle that he had. And I don't even know if it's a battle in the sense like he really thinks it's an alter ego. I think it's more of just like I don't want to get too far ahead, but he talks about it in another song, whereas he's like, I can just be free when I'm Slim Shady more than anything else. Like, And I feel like that's what he's fighting with more than it's an actual alter ego that he feels like takes over or anything. You know what I mean?
Right, it's like trying to fight with the critics of like, well, one side wants me to be serious while the other side wants me to be silly and be shady, but I can't be both, so therefore I'm having to fight both sides of the coin.
Yeah. This also does feel like a warm-up song. Like it's him warming up, like getting warmed up for like what's coming. Because there's a stretch in this album that's pretty lyrically insane.
So now we have the song Trouble, which is under a minute long.
Yeah, it's a skit, yeah.
And it just serves a plot point in the album, referencing the relationship between Eminem and his alter ego, Slim Shady and Bodies, which, to be honest with you, I feel like this is what rap music and hip hop music was back in the early 2000s, doing skits. And I feel like this is what's missing in today's music is the skits and stuff.
Oh, this is absolutely what's missing. And it's also, well, I wouldn't even say overall it's missing, but this is what's missing from Eminem. This is what's missing from other people like that. Yeah, that used to do this. Like Jay-Z used to do some really fun skits. There's been a lot of them.
Right. So intro, Slim Shady and Eminem. All right, here, drink this. What is it? Shut up and drink it. No, I said it, bitch. Drink it, bitch. Yeah. The fuck? Haha, the fuck you are trying to do? Get us canceled? Hey, yo. Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just him having a conversation with Slim, and Slim's like, I'm trying to get us canceled. Basically. Yeah.
The funny thing is, I've been watching. Sorry, go on ahead.
I was gonna say, drink this, shut the hell up. I'm gonna go get us canceled.
But you know what, though, man? I've actually watched a lot of TikTok videos of people in wheelchairs and stuff like that do the skit. And he goes, I'm just glad that they included us.
I've seen the dance too. And look, again, most people get it. Right. Eminem is just having fun. Like, whenever you see him in a real interview and he's talking about these things, he's a good person. Like, he's not this at all. This is just him having fun. This is somebody that can just explore words in a way that nobody else can. And unfortunately, it's offensive to some people, but most people get it.
Right. It's just a character that he's playing off of and nobody understands what he's doing. And like I mentioned in the Slim Shady LP, he had to do something different to break the walls down. So in order to do that, he had to become this character.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, it's just who he is. This is what he does. This is what he's good at. This is what he's always going to be good at. Unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it.
Right. And he goes on here. He goes, oh, here comes Marshall. Try to clean this up. Shut up. What's the matter, Marshall? Your penis tucked? Yeah. Oh, the bad big wapper just got his feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Let me go, you bitch. Ha. Or what, genius? You're going to cancel me? Yeah. Gen Z me, bro. I like how he does the Gen Z me thing. That was a clever thing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's a fun little skit, I think, for sure. And I think it helps the album along too, because of the story he's trying to tell. So I think it does everything it's supposed to.
I think so too. I think it sets up for the next song track because of the fact he wanted to reference deaf people, and then dealing with that, and then he goes into Brand New Dance.
He says some shit in this fucking album that's nuts.
Yeah,
some shit.
And you can definitely tell the difference between when Eminem produces a beat and how the production is, and how Dre produces a beat. And to be honest with you, I think Dre does a fantastic job of handling the beats for his music than Eminem does. And that's just me coming from an Eminem fan.
I think Dre's a freaking pioneer, and I mean he's been producing since he was like 15. So yeah, he's a master. But Eminem has his own style of producing. He produces for himself. He doesn't produce for like Dre can work with any rapper pretty much. Eminem can pretty much only work with himself for the most part. It's like either you can rap on this beat or you can't with him. Like there's no like, can you tailor it to my style? No, it's never going to happen with an Eminem beat. It's never going to happen.
So with this one, it's going into at first. Okay, remember whenever I was speculating that this might actually be a club beat, a song?
Because I was like, maybe this might go off more of that. Yeah,
I was thinking he was going to play off the fact, oh, nobody ever hears Eminem in a club. So I'm like, okay, maybe this might be a chance for Eminem to get himself in the club, even though he doesn't want to be in the club or anything like that. And his music is not club music. But I was thinking he could play off the narrative of that with doing like a brand new dance and try to do something that he hadn't done before. And I think that this song is just a missed opportunity of us having to repeat everything from Encore, which is not one of his strongest albums.
Right. And it feels like an encore song. It's bad. It's really bad. It's a 1 for me. It's an absolute 1. I really hate this song. I just don't like it. It's that bad time of Eminem when he encore
on drugs.
It wasn't even he was on drugs. I just think that
Right.
I think he got an ego. I think he just was thinking that he was a great rapper, but I think he got too much into his own head about how good he was and wasn't trying anymore. I think he
I can
stopped
see
trying.
that.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, he had 3 solid albums in him. If you count the fourth one being the big, the one that nobody really listens to because of the fact nobody owns that album.
Yeah.
Or anything, because it was like really underground at that time. But if you go back and listen to the Marshall Mathers LP, the Slim Shady LP, and then of course the Eminem Show, those are top 3 tiers. And then you have Encore, and like you said, he's already done everything. He's got himself an Academy Award. He's got himself. He ended up having the best album of the year for the Eminem Show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to top everything he's done musically.
Yep. And even he said before that he was too into like the voices at that point. Like he was relying on things that he didn't need to rely on and not trying as hard to write things. I think he would admit that.
I think so too. And like, even like you said, in the interviews and everything, he said he started doing the voices, even in Relapse, he did it. He didn't really like the Relapse album he did, even though I think that there's a lot of good stuff in the Relapse album compared to Encore.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think that Encore, I still listen to Encore, but it's not in my top tier.
It's not. I mean, there's a couple good songs on there. Don't get me wrong. It's not like it's a complete, waste of time, but overall, it's not one of his better albums, I would say overall. Yeah.
But he used an old
song. I think Eminem has 2.5 bad albums. That's what I truly believe that. Out of the 11 that he has, I think he has 2.5 bad albums, which I'm sorry, 9 or 8.5 is still amazing out of 11.
Right. Because if you think about it though, too, like you were mentioning, everybody has a bad day at the office. It's just happens to be like he
put
was
out
in a couple of bad
in his life too. I mean, he just was. He was in a bad point in his life. He was doing a lot of drugs and partying and doing a lot of dumb stuff he shouldn't have been doing.
But so he updated the verses from the original things that he had back in 2004.
Yes.
To make it go and coincide with the stuff that he's trying to talk about on this album.
Yeah.
And my question is this. Okay, so let's say, for instance, that he didn't go this route of him talking about people in wheelchairs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This song wouldn't even have any type of. I don't think this song would have made it on the album. But because of the fact that he had that in there, I think that's why he put it on the album.
Yeah. I don't think this was I don't think it was a good choice. I think it was a bad choice even back then, and I think it is still a bad choice to put it on the album.
But is there any verses that you like in this one, or is it just like
nope. Yeah. I just don't, and again, it's not. I'm not like taking away from what he does lyrically. Like he can still write a song, and it's not like I would still put this song up against pretty much any other rapper that's out there, any newer rapper at least, for sure. But when I listen to this song, no.
I don't know. I ended up listening to this about 5 or 6 times, but the part that I always wind up cracking up on is like just the chorus of it, because that chorus can get stuck in your head.
Yeah, it's catchy.
Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Everybody join together. Can you feel the funky beat? Everywhere you see people laughing and dancing in the street. On the count of 3, everybody do the Christopher Reeves 1, 2, 3. Follow me. And this is where I was actually feeling like, okay, we heard this before.
Yep.
And this is me on my first listen. I'm like, well, we've already had this before. Is this being forced? And then all of a sudden he calls me out on it subliminally. He attacks me for thinking the way I'm thinking. Because he already knows what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah. This, I don't know. I can't get behind this song. And again, it's not like I'm being like, oh my God, he's gone too far. It's just, it's
This is not a
weird.
song for you.
Well, not even that. I just think it's weird where, like, in the album, I don't think it fits the album at all. I know he's trying to be Slim Shady again, but doing a Christopher Reeve song, that's not. Like, just do something crazy like he does on every other song. Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing for me that he put this song on there.
And it's not even about nostalgia at this point either,
No.
because nobody likes the Encore album.
No.
Even my friend Matt from he's actually been on my podcast and stuff like that. He posted it. He goes, "Really, really, Marshall? Nobody likes Encore. Why did you put this on here?"
Right. And that's exactly what it feels like, an encore song.
Let's see here. So we're just gonna go in and skip over to the song "Evil," which I think is one of my favorite songs on here as well.
It's a good song. It's a really good song. He's got some fun wordplay in this one, I think. Some fun wordplay.
What's some of the ones that stands out for you?
I'm the dope, so send me all the matics and watch me shoot them up like semi-automatics. It's a fun wordplay. Send me the matics, send me all the matics, shoot them up like semi-automatics. I'm the dope. He's having fun. One of my favorite lines on this one is, I'm sorry, I'm reading off of this because I had to write them down because it was a lot.
Okay.
Pimp smack's the only way I'm hitting my bottom bitch. That's a fun one. Bottom bitch is like the bottom and the
right. There's also the holy shit, Kate Jenner just flipped, yo.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like the two men fuck each other and hate Beaver. The good kind of gay. I think that's a funny line. I just think it's funny. Oh God! Call me a bookworm because I don't stop till everything's read. Talking about how he beat up his stepdad and the blood, and I don't know what I can't say anymore. So I'm trying to be, but yeah, he opens up his dad's head and there's blood, but he talks about how he's like a bookworm because he doesn't stop until everything's read.
There's also the other thing that he mentions too is about Johnny Walker. This is my third shot, and I don't stop till the shots heard. Pops the blocks, got the masquerade cocked. What? But yeah.
Necrophilia. I'm dead ass. It's fucking funny. That's funny. I don't care if you guys can't laugh at this shit. You're ridiculous. The shit's funny.
And then you also have a couple of choppers, 2 Glocks, a Tupac shirt, doctors and boxers dropped.
Yes. Yeah, that reminded me of Slim Shady. That reminded
because
me
he's actually relating to the theme of a school shooter and evil. Eminem delves into the psyche of a school shooter, using detailed imaginary to convey an extent of the shooter's perception and devastating impact of the attack. The mention of multiple firearms, choppers, and Glocks highlights the shooter's meticulous planning and intent to inflict maximum damage. The Tupac shirt serves as a symbol of the shooter's mindset, reflecting a feeling of being misunderstood or a desire to emulate the rebellious and defiant spirit associated with Tupac.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I have. What I have.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's absolutely what he's going for. I agree.
And then you have the wordplay with Redman and Method Man.
Yeah.
Which I really love that wordplay of that.
Yeah. No, again, he's a wordsmith, man.
Then he goes, just get fat pet meds by redneck stepdad till I beat his ass to death with a cassette deck. So much bloodshed that when his blood had you already said this one.
Yeah. No, that's the whole line though. Yeah.
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 Which is also a line from Cleaning Out My Closet.
Yeah, for sure. Which is something he didn't talk about a lot when he was in the first few albums. He doesn't talk about his stepdad a lot early. He talks about his stepdad kind of later in his career, not really earlier in his career.
Right. His stepdad came into the picture whenever we had music to be murdered by.
Yeah, that was really when he first like started like really. Well, no, he does mention it a couple times earlier than that, but overall, he didn't really talk about it too much because he talks about how I think it was on the Slim Shady, no, the Marshall Mathers LP, where he talks about it because he talks about how he wanted to. No, it's Relapse. It is Relapse. I don't know. I don't know. He does talk about it though. He talks about how he wanted to take him in the shed and.
That's right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. There's a few times he talks about it, but it's very subtle, and he doesn't actually say my stepdad. He's just like referring to it more than anything. So.
And then he also says, "Mama, how do you like me now, huh? Are you proud of me, Debbie? Huh? I done turned my whole life around, but I just think I'm just like you because I turned out so fucking evil."
Yep.
And I like how he has the chorus like evil. I'm so evil.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good song. I think I give this one an 8.5, I think, overall.
Okay.
Good song. It's a really good song.
Do you see yourself going back and repeating it, or do you see yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is
releasing it?
definitely one of those. Yeah. I think this next, well, the next one's a skip, but Evil, Lucifer, and Antichrist is like a really strong run that he has.
Right, because like you said, the other songs were just basically warm-ups, just to warm up to Shady again after all these years.
Yeah.
And then him going into the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So with track 5 out of the way, now we have track 6, All You Got.
Yep.
Which is just another skit.
Yep. And it's him having fun again. Self-explanatory. He's basically saying, actually, well, I don't know, because I think this is him saying, like, this is it's Slim Shady basically telling him, like, you made me, like, or I made you, basically, like, without me, you wouldn't even have a career.
Right. And he said Eminem tried to kill Shady multiple times on Encore, Curtain Call, Curtains Down, When I'm Gone, and My Darling. But every single time he didn't manage to do it. The Shady's persona made Eminem who he is today. He breathed new life into Marshall when he was down and allowed him to say anything. So like you said, he's just mentioning, hey, look, I'm the one who made you. You want to kill me, but without me, you wouldn't even have a career.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think Eminem is unfortunately attached to Slim Shady because when he goes crazy like that, that's usually when the most like innovative and creative things come out of him. I mean, it is. Even if he doesn't go full Slim Shady, it's still a way that he can like detail and describe things in that persona, I think is different.
Agreed. But you know what though? Like the closest thing that I could see him getting close to Shady was probably when he had that Beef album that came out, and that other song with 2 Chainz with the Cypher.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was like the closest that we had to Shady, and then after that, he went back to just being Eminem. And I was like, well, and I even said this on his own page. I said, you know, Eminem basically already killed Shady. He rarely even brings him up into any of his songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for the most part, yeah. Definitely.
So Lucifer is hands down one of my favorite tracks. I find myself bumping to it every single time I turn around. This is actually the one I play on repeat, aside from Guilty Conscience 2.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself listening to that, Evil, Lucifer, and Antichrist. The only thing with Antichrist, and we'll get into it later, is how it changes over to Bizarre, and I wish that they would have kept the beat the same.
Yeah, but I like Bizarre.
It just throws me out of it a little bit, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But with Lucifer, though, I love this. This beat goes hard. You can definitely tell Dre is doing it even before M even mentions Dre inside the music, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But I like because the Coup de Grâce, the final shot, right between the eyes, also known as haha as the kill shot. So
little jab at MGK too. Little jab at MGK.
Right, but you know what I like? It's like he dug up MGK after he killed him, just to kill him again, to put him back in the grave again.
Just for fun. Just for
Yep.
funsies. It was funsies.
But,
he has a lot of fun stuff on this one. Little Debbie like a snack cake. That was a fun line. Look, mom, at what your uterus spawned. He says that twice, but I think it's just a funny line because now he's actually giving like his mom credit almost, like, or not credit, but just like props. I think that's funny. Coming back. There's one that I don't know if anybody caught this, but I think it's funny. He says, I'm in the trenches like the Columbine shooters. Like trench coats, the trenches. I'm in the trenches. I just think that's a freaking crazy way of putting it, and just a fun way he plays with words. I'm not going to go into this, but Candace Owens gets it and deserves it. Fuck her.
I agree. Like, I didn't even know who she was, man, until you told me who she was.
Piece of
the other day.
Trash. I'm sorry, I don't like the woman. So,
like, I'm just gonna say this: the woman seems like she's very conceited and into herself.
Very much so.
That's just my first time seeing her. And I'm like, I said, look, I don't like her. And this is not me being an Eminem fan or anything like that. It's just me looking at her for the very, very first time. And this is the first thing I see.
Oh, that video, she just seems sad in that. I'm sorry. Yeah, that video makes her look really weak. It does. It does. Yeah.
But like I said,
she's a very smart woman. I'm not going to sit here and demean her or anything. She's a very smart person. She's just paid to say things. Unfortunately, she is paid to say things.
And everybody believes her and goes with her. But,
yeah,
you know, if it wasn't for Eminem, I wouldn't have known who this girl was. Seriously, I wouldn't know who this woman was.
Yeah, that's why it's ridiculous that she's saying that he's clout chasing by mentioning her.
And he needs her.
She even goes as far as to say that he made an album just to diss her. It's like, no, he mentions you a couple of times. He's not making an album about you. That's not.
No, and I even said this to her too. I even said this on her own YouTube channel because like he can't keep my mouth shut. But I'm like, he doesn't need you to go viral. You need him to go viral. And the more you talk about him and stuff like that, you know, you're making him to be more out there. Just like, because I was like, he's not relevant. He's relevant every single time you mention him.
Yeah, he's way more relevant than she'll ever be, and he knows. She knows that.
So you know, that's just my 2 cents about her and my introduction to her.
Yeah, and again, not to get into it too much, but yeah, she's just ridiculous, and he took his shot. Look, this is what Eminem does. If you're gonna get personal about it and take it personally, then you just don't get it. You just don't get it. Although that one was personal. I will admit that is personal. He definitely went after her. So
yes, that time he definitely did.
But on a lighter note, he says, "Put that shit to rest like Amber Heard in a mattress firm." It's a fucking great line.
What he did this?
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's funny. It's great. I love Eminem.
I do too. I love that line with Amber Heard and the way he's actually dissing her.
Yeah.
But I also like this though too. My language usage, they lose it when Dre produced it. It's as soon as he plays the music, it's lunacy. Treat the beat like a choice. Shady choose it. Now all I see is dollar signs. Losers, bitch. I was them trenches like the like you said, the Columbine shooters.
Like the Columbine shooters. It's a funny line. It's a funny line.
But I also like how he calls Dre the producer Lucifer.
Mm-hmm.
But he has so much good stuff in these bars in this one.
Yeah, no, this is a really heavy packed song with bars for sure. It's Eminem, man. It's Eminem. It's hard to pick out the best lines because I've just seen him do this a million times on every single track. Like, it's so insane how good he is. And this is why I've always said that he's the greatest rapper of all time. It's not that he's like, I don't know. He's just more consistent. Like, you can listen to an Eminem song, find 100 bars. Every single one. Every single one.
I agree. And not only that, but, you know,
there's no other rapper that can do this. They have like
in a minute and 43 minutes
song where it's like, oh, this is like the punchline. These are like the big ones at the end of like a verse. Eminem's doing that for an entire verse over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's like, eventually you have to just admit what he does is different than anybody else.
Exactly, man. Because a minute and 43 seconds, he's got a whole entire bar out.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going. And I love what he does with that in a minute and 43 seconds. He's got everything he wanted to say in a minute and 43 seconds, opposed to having a minute and 43 seconds and then have a chorus. He's got a minute and 43 seconds of a bar. Then he follows it down with something else.
Yep. No, this is just what he does. It's just what he does.
But I also like how he said, so whether you're a friend or foe for his bars, go even fucking, that is as far as smoke with me. I don't think it's smart, so might as well go looking for smoke with Lamar.
Yeah. Lord Jamar, or Lamar O.
Right. Starting beef with Eminem is often seen as potential career killing, like Ja Rule and Machine Gun Kelly. Em says that is looking for beef with him. It might as well go beef with Kendrick Lamar, referring to Kendrick's unexpected diverging series of diss tracks directed at Drake.
Yeah. Yeah. No, look, there's nobody in the industry that can touch Eminem. There just isn't. If anybody really wants to go at Eminem, they're gonna be disappointed by the results. They just are. Like, everybody knows it. All the great rappers, Jay-Z, freaking Nas, everybody, they all are like, no, Eminem is him. He's that guy. Like, you don't mess with him. It's all these idiots that don't know what the hell they're talking about that say that Eminem is trash.
Exactly. So, Is there any other verses that you want to go with as far as Lucifer goes, or are you good with this one?
No, Lucifer. Yeah, again, Lucifer. It's another good. I think it's another solid song. I think I give this one an 8.5. Also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we've got Antichrist, which is also the eighth song off the album.
Yep. Candace, if you think he's going after you, then why does he mention Bill Cosby and P. Diddy?
Right, which he also mentions P. Diddy back whenever he was dating Jennifer Lopez as well.
Yep.
In the Marshall Mathers LP.
I'd do Jennifer Lopez even if she was my own mom.
Right, I was still fucking with no rubber on, and you know this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
this is Eminem showing off. This is peak Eminem showing off. There's so many bars I didn't even write any down. This is literally just him showing off. Again, I'm going to reference the Bill Cosby lines and the P. Diddy lines overall because he does mention, what's her name, Cassie, the way he uses it, but he blurs or silences it out. I do like that he did that out of respect. But you know what he's saying. You know exactly what he's saying. And I think at this point, this is him. He knew this way before it came out too, because he said it on Kill Shot. And that was almost 18 months before the whole P. Diddy thing dropped.
But I also like what he said to Drake. He goes, "Dang, Drake, look at what you made me do. Maybe you can. Maybe you're the one that should be blamed. They say they wish that I wasn't so angry. Yeah, don't want to see me going off the deep end. Like, yay, hey, yay, like Kanye.
Yep.
Rather see me do like Kim Kardashian. They say, yeah, and find a way to get rid of all the rage. But if you wonder why is Marshall considered the harshest spitter, why? Because I can spit a bar like it's a cross between Nas and Gaza, Biggie Smalls and Raza. So hard, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj scissor cut it out." But yeah.
They're wrapping gifts. Leave them alone.
And like you said, if he was really going to go after her, he wouldn't have put Nicki Minaj in there, which she respects M to a T. Yeah. He's also got Megan Thee Stallion in there, even though she doesn't like him. You also have...
That's so stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah. It's so stupid.
But what do you think of Bizarre, though, being on this track?
I love Bizarre. He's funny as shit. He's hilarious. Tell Megan Thee Stallion.
Like, I want to suck your toes.
So fucking great. And then he wants to get on Haley Jade's podcast. That's funny too, because I have seen that she has a podcast. I haven't watched it, but I have heard it.
I've listened to a couple of episodes from Haley.
Is it good? I mean, is she at least, she knows what she's doing?
She's, to be honest with you, she's a great podcaster. And the thing I respect about her, though, is she doesn't use her dad's fame to carry her.
Good.
And that's something I really like because that's hard to do. Because any other kid would be like, you know what? I'm going to use my dad's fame to get me what I need. And she wasn't even, this is actually when she first started out, where she didn't have no promotions. Normally, whenever somebody's like a popular celebrity or whatever, or a celebrity kid, they'll
Yeah.
have, Manscaped, for example, or they'll have other ad reads. She didn't have any of that. So I
Good.
commend her for working her ass off to the point where she is right now.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
I respect her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I haven't watched an episode, but I do know that she has a podcast, and that's funny. It would be hilarious if he went on there. I would watch that one for sure.
I would like it as a bit.
Conversations those two could have. Holy shit!
I would love that as a bit, but it'd be funny since she's married. I know that she's already done with her honeymoon, probably, but it'd be funny if Eminem and Bizarre took over. This is a bit.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Because it is called the Shady Podcast. So.
Oh, even better, yeah.
Because that's what it's called. It's called the Shady Podcast, and basically what she does is, like at the end of the show, she winds up telling her listeners what is one of the shadiest things that you ever done.
Okay.
And so I like that little narrative that she does with it and has like a little fun of it.
Oh fuck! I hope Eminem ain't watching it. He's gonna kill her ass.
It'll be funny as hell if like he writes him.
He's gonna just be like, "What'd you do when I wasn't paying attention?"
Yeah, we have one new.
No, good for her. Seriously, good for her.
We have a letter from Marshall.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
You just imagine like if it was her father, but I don't think it would do that to her. That would actually ruin her spotlight, and that's one thing he doesn't like to do.
No, I don't think he would ever do anything to hurt her. No, of course not.
No,
not hurt her, but you know what I mean, like hurt her publicly or anything. Yeah,
right. No. But when Bizarre shows up, I like the twist in it that he shows up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the beat pulls me out of it to it where it's funny, but I wish that they would have kept with the same beat, maybe twist it up a little bit. I understand that you went with a different beat for Bizarre because you need to go with a different beat, but I think it's great to actually have Bizarre back in this. As a matter of fact, right after this week, they actually re-released D12's albums.
Yeah, I saw
his
that.
mixtapes.
Yeah, they have a new album too.
I thought that was just re-releases of the 2008 and 2011. Yeah, they just put a 2024.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much everything I liked within this song itself. I think, but this I also like where
this one's a 9 for me. It's a 9.
I'm actually not. Guess what? I'm actually not rating any of it, but
I like it.
But I like how he says, "Parents fed every meal to you on a platter of silver spoons. I'm a product of what Granera and powdered milk will do to your drive when the rappers like Jada bring out the will in you." So once again, targeting Will Smith, but also targeting Jada.
Yeah, he always has fun with them. He's always had fun with Will Smith.
So next up, we got Fuel by Eminem and JID.
Yeah.
So what did you think of this one?
Jin does not belong on this song. He does not deserve to rap with Eminem.
Okay.
There's literally a part where he says, and I quote, "Shirt, search, lurk, murk, squirt, dirt first."
So it's like Jack and Jill went up the hill and fetched a pail of water.
Freaking cat that hat. No, this does not belong on an Eminem album. That is the most ridiculous thing Eminem's ever done, is put this dude on here. This is the worst idea he ever did. Now, with that being said, Eminem is insane on this song. Eminem is absolutely insane. He says some crazy, crazy stuff on this song, which I like a lot. Said, "Don't test me like an essay."
Right.
R.A.P.
I don't know.
Got some essay. Got so many essays, but he spells out the R word that you can't say.
Then there's also Rest in Peace, and Peace Biggie and Pac. Both of y'all should be living. Yep, but I ain't trying to beef with him. Nope, because might put a hit out on me. D, get him, and that's the only way you're gonna be killing me. Ain't gonna
Mhm.
be on no beat, silly. I beat the beat, silly. On the grind, like teeth gritty. Call me obesity. Why? You think it's over? Wait, it's the beginning. This being it ain't gonna be pretty. Ah,
Yeah, pretty
that
fun.
that
Pretty
right
fun.
there was an awesome bar right there,
Yeah, it is. It's really
as far
well
as
done.
that goes.
It's really well done. The other one that I like is either you smoking crack or play stickball in the street because you on base if you think that you're touching my car. He's talking about his whips and shit. I just think that's a funny way of putting it because when we used to play baseball in the street, you'd have the cars as bases. Really, really fun way to flip the words around. Put these uh, words or these voices in my head are putting words in my mouth like alphabet soup. It's another fun line that he says. And then he goes into this whole con alliteration thing where he's just using words with the con and he's just going nuts for like 30 seconds. It's insane. I couldn't even write it all down. I just didn't even try because it was insane. But it's like every word starts with con and he's just alliterating the shit. It's a really pretty cool scheme. You should listen to it.
I agree. That's hands down one of my favorites as well when it comes down to fuel. And
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you on Jed should not have been on here. The ID should not have been on here.
I'm
I
sorry.
just
And there's nothing against the dude. I think he just had a bad outing, but this is not the song to do it on and not the rapper to do it with, like unfortunately. So
I just feel like it slows it down just a little bit when it comes down to him rapping.
yeah. He's just very basic. He's not lyrically he has no lyrical skills at all. He's a
No,
very I can rap bat hat and cat together. Like that's his style of rap, it seems like.
like I can lay by the bay. I just may make some shit
Yeah.
out of clay.
Yeah,
Right.
it's absolutely that type of rapping. It's like Dr. Seuss rap. It's what Eminem makes fun of all the time, and I don't know why he puts people like this on his songs. Sometimes
I
I
think he
really
wants
don't.
to try and give them some credit and try to strengthen them a little bit, but at the same time, though, it slows the song down.
I can appreciate that, dude, but he's never had somebody like Hobson on his songs. He's never had Dax on a song, and he's putting these dudes on a song. It's kind of sad, in my opinion. There's so many better actual rappers out there that he could put on, and
I
he
think he should have
chooses.
had Yellow Wolf on here.
I can't. I don't like Yellow Wolf. I'm not a
I like
fan.
some of his songs. I like some of Yellow Wolf stuff, but I think he should have at least have something with
Crooked
Yellow.
Eye, dude. Why isn't he putting Crooked Eye and Joel Ortiz on songs? Those dudes are destroying stuff right now. He has the Royce the 5'9" on all the time. Royce is nasty. He's another like
That's
super
another thing I don't
lyrical dude.
understand. Why wasn't Royce on here for them to do Bad Meets Evil again?
Yeah, it would have been fun. It would have been
But
fun to have him and Roy. But I think they've done it. They've done it like in the last 4 or 5 years. I think they've done like 6 songs together. Plus they had
they
that
did more than
Bad Meets
that. They
Evil
actually
before
have a
that.
whole album out together.
Yeah, but that was before that. The Bad Meets Evil came out probably like 10 years ago.
That was like 2010.
Yeah. So yeah, like 14 years ago. But I mean,
Yeah.
in the last like 4 or 5 years, they've done probably
Yeah, they've
like
done other songs aside from that.
yeah. That's all I was saying. But yeah, I don't know. Again, it's nothing against it. This dude Jid, but I just think he just didn't deserve to be on this song, especially with the performance he gives. I don't think his verse is that good at all.
Okay. So you
Sorry,
have
guys.
this.
I still
No.
give it an 8 because Eminem saved the song.
And he kind of speeds the song up though. He's like, okay, I gotta hurry this one up so I can go to
He
the
saves
next.
it. Yeah.
Let's see here. So the next thing I got now is Road Rage. And this has Sly Piper on it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's
What do you
good.
think?
It's okay. It's not great. It's him just being mean to make a point, in my opinion. Like I don't even think I don't even know if he's being mean. He's just making a point. Um, I gave this one a 6.5 just because, as crazy as the whole like obesity scheme is, and I think he's right to a point. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the topic I would want him like touching on. That's just one that I don't think he should touch on. I
I
don't know.
think
It's very
it's
touchy
not.
because there's a lot more to that problem than just people overeating and things like. There's a lot more to it. So it's not as cut and dry as he seems to make it, in my opinion.
I could see that though too. I definitely see your point, but at the
But the
same time,
tune itself
though,
is amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, his wording of it and the way he, the artery clogged your arteries and the way he says it is amazing. Like, it's insane.
it is. The only thing that I have to say about it is the fact that it's about how our generation was, where it was like shameful at that time to be obese, to be fat, to do that. Now it's considered to be okay. And so it's like a
Yeah,
switch that turned on in him to the point where it's like it's weird how this world is now on the way that we used to think. And I think
yeah,
that's also kind of the point that he's trying to bring in, even though he's also making fun of the culture behind it, where people are saying it's okay now versus it being the other way around. But I thought
yeah. And
this
I
is
agree with him to a point on that because
right.
there are people that you need to be tough love with for sure. There are people that I think get enabled by their family because they don't want to hurt their feelings. For sure, I know what he's going for, but I don't know. This one I feel like is punching down too far, if that makes sense. Even though I know this is what he does. Like I'm not being like PC. Oh my god, he said that. Like it's just I don't know. I don't know. It
I
doesn't
think
feel
there
right.
are
It
certain
doesn't sit right,
songs
I
that
guess.
are for us, and then
Yeah.
there's certain songs that are not for us. And it's not about us with the fact of,
Yeah.
this is we're just not feeling it. And it's not the fact that, we're not Eminem fans or anything like that. It's just some songs are not going to be for us. Some of us are not going to laugh at the same stuff. Some of us is not going to think this is the strongest song on the album or
Yeah.
anything. And that's just the way it is. So, and even I even own up to the fact that yes, this is the points that he's trying to make, but
Oh yeah.
because but it's also, to be honest with you, this is where it kind of slows the album down with this song as well.
Hmm. I
And
agree.
it's not one of those songs that I'll go over there and rewind back again. The
Nope.
ones I wind up
I literally wrote lyrically amazing, but not a song I would listen to a lot. That's literally what I wrote. Like again, it's just he's great, but again, it's just not my type of song. But again, I don't like Darkness. Or is it called Darkness?
yeah, Darkness is the one about
The shooters and
um
stuff. The
yeah,
LA shooter or the Las Vegas shooter. Yeah, again, great song, amazing song. It's the entire song is a double entendre. It's a lyrical like masterpiece of a song. I can't listen to it. I can't listen to it because it's too rough. It's too much.
do you
But
think it's just like it's too
it's a
soon
masterpiece.
for a song like that, and then maybe later on you might be able to listen to it?
Maybe, yeah. Because like Darkness, I listened to it a few times when it first came out because I really liked the message he was, trying to get across with the song. But now it's not a song that I will go to and listen to. Do you know what I mean? There's way
Yeah,
more Eminem songs that I will listen to over that. But again, I think it's one of his best songs he's ever done. It's just a song I can't listen to because just the topic, the subject matter is
right.
it's not something you can just turn on. You know what I mean? it's
Exactly.
it's
It's
hard
not
to
one of
listen.
those songs that you can blast in the morning time on the way to
Yeah,
work.
I'm not listening to that on the way to work for sure. Like that's all. But
Because I
and
get
this
to see
kind of feels
myself
like
pulling up to like McDonald's and I roll down the window and
yeah,
all of a sudden it's like, oh, are you in your head, sir? Are you okay? Look,
yeah.
this iced coffee is on me today. Okay, you're going through a lot.
Dude, I live in Florida and I'm an Amazon driver. The last thing I want to think about is somebody shooting people. Like, that's the last
Exactly,
thing I want to think about it during the day. But yeah, no, again, it's not a bad song. It's just not a song that I would listen to a lot. Yeah.
exactly. So
Juvenile
now,
part though, funny as shit. The way he flips the juvenile,
right.
all that he does the song. I do like that part. I thought that was fun.
So now we have the single off the album, which is Houdini, which we're not going to really break into
No, because we
because
have that.
we did the reaction to it. We've done, and we're not going to do a breakdown of what we liked about it. I think it's a solid single.
Yes.
Everything hit word for word. of what this guy was coming out strong with it in causing controversy. Even though he didn't really say much, he still managed to stir the pot right off the bat, coming out swinging.
9.5 Houdini for me.
It's a 10. I haven't rated anything else, but it's a straight up 10 for me because of the fact it's re-listenable. You could also get something if you're laughing. You can rewind it back again to get all the other jokes and stuff like that he's trying to say. And it just lands for me as a stronger single. And it's also more of a radio-friendly thing to be played versus some of the other songs on this album. But I think it's actually a strong single.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So let's see here. So now we're going to go in with Breaking News skit. And it's just basically Eminem, basically Shady kidnapping Eminem, making him watch the news and say, hey, what are you doing? I'm watching us get canceled. Yeah. Are you happy now? Yeah.
Yeah.
And this reminds me of Fight Club and so much with Guilty Conscience too.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to get into the Breaking News skit because I already talked about it. So now we're going to skip on down to Guilty Conscience 2. So I know that I had the prediction of the fact that he's just going to fight with himself.
And he does. He does.
So were you let down with the fact that, because I remember when you speculated that you were hoping that it was something different?
Yeah, I was actually kind of, well, I guess it's similar to what I was hoping for, but what I was hoping for was more for like almost like while he's writing a song, like the devil and the angel like on his shoulder. I don't know. I just something like that. Like kind of a play on what Guilty Conscience was, but more focused on him instead of somebody else. I don't know. Because I definitely wasn't expecting him and Dre back in a song to get like that was not what I was expecting. And I'm glad we didn't get that. I was expecting him to take it a different way, which he does. And I think he takes it. I think the way he takes it is interesting. But I was definitely more thinking of something where it was like an angel and the devil on his shoulder, more like Slim Shady and Eminem, like on his shoulder, like actually on his shoulder, like having this argument. And maybe we'll get that in like maybe that's the concept for the video. I don't know.
I hope that we do get a video for this. This is one that needs a video, and it needs to be just part of a YouTube Red band kind of thing.
I agree. Yeah, this one needs a video because this is there's another rapper, Cassidy. I don't know if you ever heard of Cassidy.
Yeah, I heard of Cassidy.
He does these two songs on his second and third album where he literally battles himself. Like it's a rap battle, but it's him battling himself. And it's one of the most amazing things I've ever heard. And I think this is on par with those songs for me. Because it's a concept, it's a weird thing, but it's really done well and so much fun. Because he's talking a lot of shit, man. I like when because he's talking about how, you fed me, you fed me over and over again. You made me, like you basically made me. So,
and you see, this is also where he winds up talking about Christopher Reeves again. But I like how he calls his own self out, saying that he did this from back in 2004. Why did you take it off the thing? Well, because he died. Because he did that shit on purpose.
Yeah,
that made me chuckle.
It does. No, it's funny. It's absolutely funny because it's what you expect from Slim Shady. So yeah, it's funny.
But this is also where I felt like I was attacked, subliminally attacked, because I was actually thinking that in my head. I'm like, okay, you basically called me out.
No, it's fair. It's fair. Look, he's having fun again on this song. I feel like too because, he comes out of the gate. Deep down, I'm a dork, just a core nerd, meaning nerd to the core till I'm core nerd. Then I'm a coroner.
I like how it slows down on that part and then it revs up like a chainsaw.
But the way he flips that is so insane. Like, yeah, really crazy. We already brought up the brand new dance made in 2004 for Encore, which makes total sense when he says it. It's so bad. One of the funny lines that he does have in this one, which I will say is actually really funny to me, is the little people have had it up to here with me.
Yeah, because I had it up to here. I remember I first saw that. Ooh.
I heard it and I was like, oh, but I was like, that's so funny though.
It is. And then the death thing too.
Yeah, that one was a little one. That one didn't hit as well for me, but it's funny. But I
still laugh, but I'm like, really? Which I
You
didn't
didn't have
laugh.
to go there. The short joke was funny enough, I think, against the little people. I think that one was fine. Yeah, no. Again, it's still what he can do with words is amazing. It
And then
still
he even
doesn't have
calls
that.
Ja Rule out. He's once again digging up Ja Rule and
Yeah,
killing him again.
yeah,
Even though poor Ja Rule was probably selling CDs in the back of his car now from murdering.
dude. He doesn't know what he's doing. Ja Rule doesn't even know what he's doing at this point. So,
But I like the fact. But here's the thing. I like how, in my mind, I don't know how tall Ja Rule is. Right.
he's short.
So
I don't think he's like short, but he's short. He's probably like 5 foot something, 5'6",
okay, about my height
whatever.
then.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I was thinking to myself, how tall is this dude? And I was thinking like, it's one of the for me. I was thinking of the fact that he's actually being passive aggressive for calling someone short, and the joke doesn't land because the guy is actually taller than what he says he is. So he goes, "It's just fuck Ja Rule," because,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
that's the way I took it at first. But everything in this song just works for me, and I wind up listening to this on repeat constantly.
Yeah,
Especially
no,
the
this is a
conspiracy to
fun
commit
one.
murder lyrically. So clearly, your accessory like jewelry. You ain't the
Yeah,
judge and the jury. You're just as guilty.
yeah. And then he goes into the quagmire thing where the quagmire, he said, "You had my back, liar. Helped get your stacks higher." And he goes into Slim Shady, starts talking about how he helped him make money though. That's a free, oh my
Then he
god,
talks about
wordplay.
Shakira's ass.
Yeah, yeah. That's a funny line. I didn't write that one down, but I do like that line. It's a really funny line. Yeah,
And then the Miralax thing that made me laugh
yeah.
though too.
It's a mirror relax, and the mirror relax. Yeah, yeah. No, he's freaking Eminem, dude. He's freaking Eminem this whole entire time. It makes me so angry. It makes me so happy at the same time. What he can do is so insane.
Okay,
But yeah,
so
he molded. I heard that he made him molded shady, which is true. I mean, it does feel like that. It does feel like he was sort of just taking drugs and drinking, and then Shady would come out and just be like, "No, I got this. I can go piss everybody off."
exactly. So now we got head honcho with
Like an
Eminem Easy
avalanche
Mill.
went by a landslide. Another line he says in there. Sorry, it's a good
It's okay.
one. Sorry. 9.5 for that song also.
I can definitely vouch for the 9. I can definitely vouch for that.
I like it. It's a good song.
So Head Honcho by Eminem and Easy Mill.
Yeah. Very interesting song. I think Easy Mill had a couple good lines that I like, and then Eminem had a couple decent lines that I like. I think Eminem is obviously better on this song than Easy Mill, but it's a good song. I think they sound well together. I think they do pretty well together in this song. They mesh very well.
I think so too. And of course, like Easy Mill said, he's just a new guy. He just got signed up not too long ago with them.
Yeah.
As well. So to have him out on his label and doing this is like a dream come true for him.
Yeah, and he shows up. I mean, look, I don't think he has, one of the greatest verses of all time, but
No.
for showing up on an Eminem album, yeah, he steps up for sure. He steps up, and he's definitely saying some stuff. I mean, he talks about how I'm the new kid that these fathers can't deal with or can't fool with. I got that new drip that drowned the Titanical cruise ships. I mean, he's saying he's definitely spitting some bars. He's having fun, and I think that's what you have to do. You can't let the nerves get to you when you're rhyming with Eminem. You just gotta have fun with it.
But as far as some of my favorite things on here, though, I liked how M calls out people for not being able to relate to him, things that he's seen in his past, his uncle getting stabbed. He also mentioned that back on Leaving Heaven back in 2020, and also The Apple, which is also unreleased. Recounts having his tricycle stolen by 3 kids named Boogie, Malcolm, and Isaac.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a small callback to that album. His true friend to scrap. I didn't fight or hit back, and I wonder why. Why I treat it like a gat? So that for the microphone is just a machine gun for him to be able to talk.
Yeah. Yeah, he's used that scheme so many times, but he always finds a way to bring it back and make it fresh again. It's a fun way to say the lyrical. What does he say? Load up these lyrical bullets in this clip. And, yeah, he's always played with words like that with lyrics and guns. It's a fun way to do it, and he always does it fresh, which I like about it. Is no matter how many times he says it, it's always different and new. It's not the same. Just change a word here or there. It's changed the entire thing.
Right.
So he's having
So
fun.
yeah,
I've seen some shit that would make you faint, like you're faking a jab. I like that line because when boxers are doing like this thing, it's called a feint. It's a fake jab. These rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me. I like that flip on above and beneath. Because he knows he's better than everybody, but he's like, I don't care. I'll still punch down on all of you. Like, I will destroy any of you at any moment. I don't care. Because to him, everybody's punching up. So
therefore he has to punch down to them because he
can't punch up. There's nobody to punch up to.
Right. That's the whole point. Everybody has to punch up to him because of the fact that there's no one else there, nothing but ear, because he's way up here. So therefore he has to punch down to everybody else.
Yeah, it's the whole. Do you feel like your arms are long enough to slap box with God from Rap God? It's that whole freaking. You're nowhere near where I'm at. Like you can't get here.
Right, and it's also playing off the narrative of the whole entire midget thing, though, too. Like I'm this tall, and so therefore you have to.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, no. Again, he has fun with words, man. I love the way Eminem does these things. Yeah.
So now we got the song Temporary.
Yeah.
Did you like anything from that song, or?
I will say this. I do like this song overall, but these are the songs I wish he would keep for himself and not put them on an album. Just because I feel like, and again, he always mentions Haley. He talks about Haley a lot, but these are songs that I feel like she should just have and nobody else should.
Like a mixtape just for Haley whenever he dies.
Yeah, like Mockingbird, I feel like he should have kept off, even though I love that song. It's a great song. It's an amazing song. I just feel like these are songs that maybe he should have kept just for her. But we get to cherish it. I mean, we do. And again, this is a song that I think is too sad for me. Just because I do know a little bit of Eminem and history and, just things. Yeah, I know you do. I'm just saying, like, in general.
Right.
I know the hardships that they went through when he was younger and when she was younger. So I do love these songs when he does them, but I do almost feel like bad for her that she wouldn't have these songs just for herself too at some point, like when he is actually gone.
Right.
But it's a good song. I give it an 8. It's just these are those songs where I feel like I'm kind of like looking in somebody's window. Do you know what I mean? In their house. I'm not.
Right, like being a
shouldn't be there. Yeah, I don't feel like a creeper, but just like I shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Like
it's like you're invited to. It's like you're a third wheel to this father and daughter date.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if I should be here for this one. I can leave.
Hey Marshall, let me know when you're done taking your daughter, and I'll be right here. Okay.
Yeah, that's just what I feel. But again, maybe that's just because I'm a 40-year-old, with kids, and I just.
Well, I have kids of my own as well. I'm a stepfather.
Of course, of course.
But here's the thing, though. For me, my father passed away in January.
Okay.
So for me, hearing this song, for me, it's a way of me healing. And my own dad telling me, hey, straighten up, little soldier. It's going to be okay. So
and that's good.
I'm over here in my feelings.
I love that people can get that out of songs like this, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, not every song is going to be for everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I like the fact that it's something about self-healing for me. It's very therapeutic for me. And even though I'm on my way to work, right? It's 5:00 in the morning, right? I'm like, damn it, really? You really have to make me cry at 5:00 in the morning. I'm driving to work.
It's a sad song. It really is. It is. It's a heart jerk or a tear jerker for sure.
So now we have Toby, which we're not going to probably get that much into either because
Nope.
we've really covered that and our feelings for it as well.
9.5 for me now. I will say my rating of this has gone way up.
Me too.
I think there's a lot of really good stuff in that song, but yeah.
Babytron for me is still the weakest point in that song, but
he's
Big
good,
Sean and Eminem.
Yeah, but he's still good on it. That's the crazy part. Is like he's not the strongest part, but he's still good.
True. I feel like you do need him because he's probably like the middle of the hype person to be able to get you hyped up for this song. So you definitely need him in there.
The more I've listened to it, I've changed my
there,
mind on it a lot. But yeah, it's a fun. It's a really fun song now.
Okay, so now that we got that one.
Yep.
We got Guess Who's Back, which is another skit, which is also played off the Eminem show.
We missed Bad One.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. How dare I do that?
Yeah, okay, we missed Bad One. Yeah.
Okay. Bad One for me is one of my favorite ones on there, especially when you have the whole entire Dre thing, and then you also have the chorus of it with White Gold. Oh, hands down, one of my favorite ones on here. That gets you right back and hyped up, and then it takes you back down again once you get to the Jelly Roll song, or get down to the Haley song.
Yeah. Yeah, he's freaking got some shit on this song. He's talking some shit on this song, and I love it. Money Piles like Tony Stark. That's how much I Iron Man, or that's how much I Iron Man. I had to rewind that.
Dude, like whenever I first heard that, I'm like, is he saying Iron Man or Iron Man?
Yeah, he's saying both. Go back he's saying both. Yeah.
Right.
At the same time, he's saying both somehow. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how. I don't know how he does it.
Just like Tony Stark, I am Iron Man. Yeah. Iron Man.
It's insane. I can draw a crowd like a diagram, like drawing breath from your diaphragm. I've achieved every aspiration that I've had. Like that. Again, I can't give it justice the way he says it, but the drawing from your diaphragm, and then I've achieved every aspiration. Aspiration. I mean, that's breathing in medical terms. Just insane, man, the way he plays with words. But again,
and then he attacks like corny white rappers. Yeah. Then he attacks corny white rappers.
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. Corny white rappers. I'm not a fan of it. It ain't my fault, but like sock puppets, I've had a hand in it. Go, Eminem. Go. It's a funny. Then this $1,000 is like Candace. What did this $1,000 in my hand is like Candace when she why can't I read my own writing at the moment?
When she turned her back on her own race because I have abandoned it.
Yeah, abandoned it. Oh my god, just his flip on that is really fun. But my favorite, I think, on this one, my favorite wordplay that he does, or not even wordplay, well, it is wordplay. Biggie and Pac are gone and I'm alive. And you're not the woo, so who died and made you, you God? Oh my God, that's a bar. That's such a bar.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. I'm glad that you brought that up because I did write that one down because that was one of that stood out to me. But I also like Mission Accomplished. He pulled out his office stunt and pissed 1 billion people off at once. But I got to keep going like Tyson on Kelly.
Yeah, no, this song is really fun, really good, really.
And he even mentions Jelly Roll in this though too. He goes, yeah, and that's why he got the attitude. He got like Liza Minnelli, my male ego is the size of a belly on Jelly Roll, and bitch, I got a bad one.
Look, this is a fact. I'm not saying that Eminem doesn't like Jelly Roll and he has no respect for him at all. I'm not saying that at all because obviously he does. But the only reason Jelly Roll was at that Detroit Live thing is because he wanted him on his song. And so he could say, hey, look, I make fun of you on the album. Can you not take it personally? Please.
Hey, look, man, I could just see him like, look, bro, I'm happy you're here.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he doesn't like him. He probably does like him.
No, but yeah, I could just see this is me doing a conversation with him. He goes, bro, come here. I'm happy you're here. I have a couple of things I want you to do. What? Number one, I want you to sing In This Moment, from the Eminem show. Okay.
Yep.
Then I want you to sing. I have another song that I want you to do a duet with me at the very end of this album. Because my bad, dude. I also dissed you in your
Just a
belly.
little bit.
So,
Yep. just a little bit.
in Constellation, I'm going to give you 2 of those songs. So therefore, you're going to sing with me on a live concert, and I'll give you an album. I'll put you on an album with me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, like I said,
It's just me
he
joking
probably
around.
likes him a lot. He probably likes Jelly Roll. I'm sure he does. The dude could sing. I mean, there's no doubt.
Yes, he's got a damn
So-
voice on him.
Yeah. Oh,
and I
no,
love
the guy
Jelly
can
Roll.
sing. Yeah, Jelly Roll can sing. There's no doubt.
So now
I
we're
like it.
getting into the very end of it.
Yep.
So now we got Guess Who's Back, which is also a play on the Eminem show. We've heard this before. It's nothing, or we also heard this on Encore as well.
Yeah, it's Ken Kniff. He's back. Ken Kniff is back. I love Ken Kniff. Ken Kniff should be on every Eminem album. I'm sorry.
I agree. Guess who's back? Back again. Rub my back. Rub my back. Yeah.
Rub my back. Yeah.
What are you doing? Winning a long time for this shit.
This skit is a 10 out of 10 for me because it's Ken Kniff. It's the only skit I've rated and I haven't rated 10. Huh?
I said have a bag of Viagra.
I know. Yeah. No, I love it.
But yeah.
Yeah, this is a great skit. This is definitely first 3 albums Eminem for sure. Having fun as Ken Kniff, which I want every album. So 10 out of 10 for me on this skit. This is the one skit that I will say should be on the album or needs to be on the album.
So now we're getting into the Jelly Roll song.
Yes.
And this is also another Haley song.
It is. Well, I think this is an alternate reality because he dies at the end of this song from doing drugs. So I think this is what if almost. I think this is a what if. Yeah, like I think this is a what if I didn't get clean. Because at one point in the song, he says, I'm sorry, Haley, I picked drugs over you. But he didn't. He didn't ultimately pick drugs over them. He lived. He got clean. He's been clean for 15 years now or whatever it is. So I think this is an alternate reality. I think this is him being like, this is what would have happened if I would have kept going down the road I was going.
Okay, I can definitely see that though too. And I've also was thinking that he was just doing some self. Since he killed Shady, I was just thinking he's just now just going back through life and reminiscing over the things that he's done and how could he call himself a father when he was not really there. He wished that he could actually walk her down the aisle, which he did. But you're right though. It could be an Elseworld kind of situation too, because if you play this backwards, it's actually Shady that kills him, and Shady is still alive.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that theory. I don't like it. I'm not going to accept it. I will not accept it.
I wanted to know what your thoughts on that theory was.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. I think it's fun. Yeah, no, I think it's fun. Look, that's the look. And again, I wouldn't put it past him. I would not put it past him if this entire album is supposed to be front to back. It means this. Back to front. It means this. I wouldn't put it past him. He's done this before with songs, so why wouldn't he just try to do it with a whole album at this point? Why not? I could see that easily being a real thing, actually, that he comes out and tells people. Like, I could see him re-releasing this backwards at some point and calling it the Death of Eminem or the Death of Marshall Mathers or something.
Side A or side B. Well, side B.
Something like that, yeah.
But
it would be the exact same album, just backwards.
Get this. He actually has now, you can pre-order another digital album.
No way.
Yeah, and this time it has the 2 other bonus songs I was telling you about. And plus a new Steve Bourbon skit as well.
Okay.
But the funny thing is the promo made me laugh because it's him and Steve on the thing together. He goes, let me tell you this. I already told you about not rapping about homosexuality or Vicodin. And then you also shot me on one of your albums. And so I commented, I said, leave it to Steve to be able to talk about himself. How rude.
Nice.
But, but you can pre-order that. I think the pre-order is done now, but it was like $8 if you wanted to do that.
When did it come out?
Today, I think. For the
The next album, the second
no,
part of
not
the
the
album?
next album. This is just having basically you would have 19 songs all together already, but you would also have 21 songs plus the Steve Bourbon skit too.
Oh, okay, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, okay, gotcha.
So
I
that's
thought
what
you
you would
meant it was like
have.
a whole other album coming. I was like,
No, no, no,
holy
no,
fuck,
not yet. Anyways,
what the hell is he doing right now? MGK is right. All he does is sit in the fucking house and yell at the mic. That's all he does. Just fucking yells at the mic.
everything is a rap song for him. Everything's a rap.
That's all he does. Your
But
beard's weird. Your beard
all
is
in all,
weird.
I had fun. I have fun with this album. There are
Yes.
songs that I listen to on repeat. There are some songs I'm probably going to take off of the album and just
Yeah.
and I have no reason to actually listen to it all the way through or anything like that. I know the songs I want to listen to now. I know what the songs are about. And I've been listening to this for.
I think I got out of it the intention that he wanted listening
too.
to it all the way through, but it's not. I'm not going to ever listen to it all the way through again. Yeah, not from
Same.
you know. Yeah, I'll listen to it random, but
Me too. I'll do random songs like I normally do and stuff like that. But as for me, I've been listening to this over a week now, not only just because of the fact that we're doing the review, because I wanted to make sure that I actually felt the same way as I do and make sure that I'm not. I want to be objectively. I don't want to. Yes, I'm an M fan, but I want to review this thing objectively as I can.
I know. I agree with you, man. Absolutely.
But the bad thing is, there's also Tech Nine's Collabos album came out at the same day.
Yeah, which I heard was not good. I haven't listened to it yet, but I heard it was not good.
I'm going to be honest with you. I like his other collab albums. This one was the weakest to me.
Yeah.
And I tried everything on my power to like it. And it's not, I don't know if it's the fact that Eminem came out with it on the same day as him. And it's just, Eminem is just top tier and Tech is, but I love Tech. Tech is my dude.
No, I like Tech Nine overall. I think he's good.
But anyways, guys, tell us in the comments below, did this album blow your socks off? Do you think this is the album of the year? Do you think this is like the best damn thing that you ever had since Sweet Tea? Tell me in the comments below. Also, too, and everything. Go on ahead.
Do I give my overall on it?
Yeah, go on ahead.
I'm going to say overall, it's an 8.
Okay.
I think a good average 8.
I know I didn't rate the songs like you did or anything like that, but I will give it a solid number as far as it goes. I'm going to give it at least a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, I think overall there's way more songs that I like than I don't like. There's really only one really bad song on the album. I think the rest are at least good. So, yeah.
All right. And the only reason why I gave it a 7.5 as well is because I felt like some songs just slowed down the album.
Yeah.
And either it's because of the bizarre thing that happens and the beats changed, or it's the fact that the last one of the other songs just slows it down a little bit to the point where it pulls me out of the album in the world of Shady. But other than that, though, I think this is actually a good album. You guys want to go in and check this out. I think this is something that you guys are going to end up enjoying, especially if you're an Eminem fan or a Stan fan or whatever. I think you're going to like it.
Yeah, if you're an Eminem fan, you're definitely going to love it, I think. Or you're at least going to like it, I think. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's going to be it as far as this goes. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button below. Don't forget to visit my friend Don Tucker at the Jedi Master from Jedi, Multiverse of Geekdom. But yeah, go on ahead, visit him over there. He's got a lot of stuff coming out, like the Geekdom Coliseum.
Do this to it when you go there, too. Just do this a little bit.
Why are you fingering your armpit? You're fucking weird.
I wasn't doing. I was. Never mind. It didn't come off the way I wanted it to. Never mind. Anyway.
I have the Buster Balls.
I was doing the tickle the button. I was doing like the tickle the button, the like and subscribe button. Just tickle it. Just tickle it.
Tickle me Don Dollar. Yes, I don't know. But anyways, here's the thing. I'll have Soda on here on Monday night. We're gonna be reviewing. No, Tuesday night we're gonna have Soda on. We're gonna be reviewing American Pie scene by scene and stripping away the nostalgia for that. We are gonna do a Cobra Kai after show. Don's gonna be with me for that. We're gonna talk about that soon on when we're gonna do it.
Fuck, I cried so much.
I still have to see the damn episode, so I'll be doing that soon.
I
But
binged
anyways,
it.
guys,
I had to.
that's going to be it for tonight's show. Go on ahead, visit us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, where you guys get your podcast from. Give us a 10-star review. We do appreciate it. And always until next time, guys, have a great and safe night. And visit my friends at Unfiltered Studios as well. We have the Hypno Wellness. We also have that Florida Feeling. We also have the Sleepy G Show. We also have the Stupid History Minute. We have a lot of things going on over here at Unfiltered Studios. So go on ahead and check them out. And we are out of here. See you guys. Bye.